Hi, I'm Dory.
This video is sponsored by the developers of the game, so of course, you can take what I say with a grain of salt. But if you go check the Steam page like I did before accepting this deal,
using the link in the description below,
you will see an overwhelmingly positive reception to this game, and for actually good reason. Dave the Diver is the strangest combination of chill, challenging, stressful, calming, and anime. At its core, this game is split in two. The first half has sort of a roguelike underwater adventure exploration feel, while the second half has you managing and serving at a sushi bar, Overcooked style. And honestly, this mix of gameplay is fantastic. In the exploration part, you swim about the ocean, both using your equipment to hunt and capture fish, but also grabbing treasures and upgrades. I won't spoil too much about the later game, but early on you are tasked with learning about an ancient underwater civilization that used to be in your area. And slowly uncovering the lore about them has been great. I have not reached the end of the early access content, being at around hour 3 of a supposed 10 hours of available content. For an early access title, this game is super polished, and honestly has such a good amount of content already, this might be the best looking early access launch this year. Like, take a look at this moment that Dave first enters the water. The music, art, and ambience all meld together super well and is quite calming. However, like I said, the first half of the game is the hunting, but then at the end of the day you get to serve up that fish you caught at a sushi bar. This might be a good point to talk about the characters in this game, and the anime influence is clear. However, there are a ton of great moments with them, and I honestly ended up liking every single one. Many of them have beautiful pixel cutscenes that help give them character, and are quite funny even on their own terms. The chef, for instance, is the classic what if guy thought he was a samurai, but the dialogue is simple enough that it doesn't get annoying, and there isn't any voice acting. So you hauled all that fish back to the restaurant, now it's time to serve it up, and I actually might enjoy this part of the game more than the first, cause I love me some Overcooked type timed stressful gameplay. And while simple, the sushi bar does a great job of keeping you active even though you're simply moving back and forth across a small 2D plane. Multiple activities occur that you would expect from gameplay like this, as well as a few twists on the formula that we will show off in later parts of the video. Now all of this might sound a tad intimidating, but don't worry, the game doesn't get uber difficult. I wouldn't recommend this game if that's what you're looking for. Instead, Dave the Diver carefully rides the line between stressful resource management and calming exploration and vibing. However, it's not all perfect. There is a combat system in this game, with aggressive underwater life forms trying to attack you. But it's not all that fun. The melee system doesn't feel good in a floating environment, cause when you whack a fish it still keeps moving forward, which causes you to take unavoidable hits. Adding a knockback to your melee attack would really improve this, I think, and make this smaller part of the game feel more fair. However, the melee is not the main focus of the combat and serves as more of a backup to the ranged combat, which while simple is fun and much more fair. Plenty of cool guns to unlock as well, which adds to the replayability. I recently dealt with COVID, so having something with this kind of mood was honestly just what I needed to unwind. There are links to the game in the description below, and it actually runs decent on the Steam Deck from what I've played, so it's a good choice for handheld devices. I have talked the talk, but now it's time to get some actual gameplay for a very rare segment on this channel where I actually do live commentary. Or at least semi-live. I guess I mean unscripted. God, this is already going poorly. As you can see, you started on this boat, and you just kind of dive in. We're just going to dive in and show off a little bit of how this game works. So you can see there's little, like, side quests. So right now, there's a dolphin asking me to follow it. And you kind of want to, like, be harpooning fish as you do these missions, because otherwise you're not going to make much money in the sushi bar. But you also want to kind of pay attention to the side quests, so it's like this balancing act you have to do of managing your oxygen, because when you run out you get taken to the surface, and doing side quests, picking up materials, and also catching fish. So I got my little knife, so well, that's cute. Looks like they dropped me something, which is cool. The rewards in this game are all kind of catered towards the sushi bar for the most part. Like you get ingredients and like soy sauce and stuff down here, and you can find stuff in these chests. And this will give you this is like the roguelike elements where you'll get, different. Like I got an underwater scooter, which is gonna make me go faster when I use my oxygen like that. So we're gonna catch some fish here because we're gonna need some for the sushi bar. And bigger fish when you start out take 2 hits with this harpoon, and then you gotta spam. Okay, and it's got some QTEs. Oh gosh, there's a shark. Run. Now we have a gun to deal with stuff, and I believe I have a quest to get a shark and cook it. But if we get hit, we're gonna lose some oxygen. But we're actually doing okay on oxygen. We have about half. Looks like he's dodge him. So yeah, you can see the ranged combat is okay. It's and there's not really a way to tell the health, and you can't really aim up, so it's all kind of balanced. This kind of reminds me of Pronti in a very mild way. Eat some tasty shark. Get some more tasty shark. So we're about half oxygen, and the lower you go, the quicker oxygen is used, and when you take damage, your oxygen is basically your health. So we're gonna grab some stuff, and you do have a weight limit. So if you are kind of, because you could stay down here for a long time because there's oxygen tanks everywhere. I went the right way. You see how there's the melee combat just needs a little bit of refinement for me. We're also running out of air, but I remember seeing air back this way. There's some right up there. So it does get a little stressful at times, for sure. But you can see we fill up under there. And of course, we're gonna wanna get some more fish. We do have a lot of shark though, which is good. That'll get the, come back here. Get back here. Okay, we do have some shark, which will sell pretty well, I think, in terms of sushi. I actually don't know, because the story, I started spamming, but I hadn't even hit this guy twice yet. Mine. Go! Nice. So we got a 3-star fish. I think that's the first 3-star fish I've gotten, actually. But we are running low on air, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Nice. We're out of here. So once you finish your mission, then you can just go ahead and head on over to the sushi bar. And you can do 2 missions in one day, but I'm just gonna go ahead and cut over to the sushi bar and show you guys how the second half of the game plays. We've got some sick lo-fi beats in here too. So yeah, so this is the sushi bar, and you're back here doing your thing. And what you do first is you set up your menu. All the stuff you've caught, you can enhance it with special ingredients you found. But we're just gonna go ahead and throw on some blue tank sushi and some red lionfish. Sounds delicious. And we'll go ahead and enhance our red tooth triggerfish because we have a ton of it. And we get these cool little cutscenes. So yeah, that's the chef, good old samurai man. So once you've got your menu set up, you can go ahead and open the sushi bar. And much like, Overcooked or other games in this genre, you'll get your customers that come in. So this guy wants tea, and you get a cool little mini game with the tea. And you want to kind of be fast, but you don't want to be too fast because he'll leave dissatisfied. If you get it perfect, you get more money from him. That's about good. Alright, so we've got the shark head for you. Now, why can't I cook? And there's a whole social media app thing as well, but I haven't gotten too much into that. And this is what I'm talking about. These these cutscenes have so much personality. So yeah, there's just so much personality to this game and flair. And I haven't really gotten, you know, bored of this game, which is interesting. And, you know, I haven't played all of the content, so maybe I will. But they've done a great job of introducing new mechanics at a good rate. You get a nice little recap. Yeah, I really like this kind of blend of management. Well, it's not really management. It's kind of management sim, though, and roguelike. So yeah, that's pretty much how a standard run of the game goes. As you get deeper into the game, more things unlock like minigames, extra side quests, and unlockables. Like I stated before, this is in early access, so the first 3 chapters are out, which provides roughly 10 to 12 hours of fun content. I highly recommend you check out this game. There's a link in the description, and personally, I think the $20 is a great price for the amount and quality of content here. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more indie game highlights.